Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Disney Dreamlight Valley video. Peter Pan is here! And if you're wondering how to unlock the brand new character, you're in luck. This video will explain everything to you. It's a bit challenging, but I'm going to put timestamps in the description to help you out. Now, this video was a little bit delayed because I had to finish off the forgotten quests. So do his friendship quests, poetic license beforehand, and that'll tee us up for the Skull Rock. Then, after updating your game, you're just going to have to wait, lads. I had waited maybe about 20 minutes and then this quest randomly popped up, which is called a forgotten name. And it says talk to, now I've already called my forgotten evil Bazzy, dun dun dun, so things couldn't get even more evil on this channel. So you just have to wait for the quest to pop up and then talk to your clone. Now, the Forgotten is going to be teleporting all over the map. He's going to be either in the dark version of the Disney Castle or maybe wandering around the valley. So have your pain medication ready for the headache of trying to track him down, because a lot of the time I spent was just trying to find him. Anyway, he is going to tell us that we need to place the Orb of Unity in the pillar on Dazzle Beach. Now, there's two options. You might not have got the orb, in which case it will be found in the castle somewhere. Or if you're like me and you've already got the orb, just check your inventory. It's that kind of purple icon. I remember just like putting it in my storage going, I didn't know what it was for. So some of you might already got this done, and I suspect you have. In which case you can skip on and use the timestamps. So yeah, we're treated to a lovely cutscene where we finally put the pillar in place. Probably should have done this months ago. Then these kind of sigils appear around the pillar and you get the quest between a skull, rock and a hard place. Basically what you have to do, lads, is get the pillar of strength and all those other pillars around the valleys and put them in the respected emblems. So I'm just going to skimmy on. This was the most time consuming thing about this video was trying to find the pillars, because I didn't realize that the one on Sunlit Plateau was this tree thing. Anyway, I'll put in the description below the order in which you put these in, but basically that's the way your pillars should look so that you unlock Skull Rock. You just put them all on different things. Now I actually have them in the wrong order just because the one on Sunlit Plateau needs to actually go here. And in order to do that, you do need to actually tilt it going over. And once the last one's in place, go out of furniture mode and voila, we have a lovely cutscene. Goofy in the background just to monitor situation. And there we go, Skull Rock is now open. You can talk to Merlin, which is annoying because then again he's another character you just have to run around. He's actually on Dazzle Beach with me though. He knew he was in demand. Don't point out the state of my valley. Now with cross save, lads, in the update I will be trying to design it a little bit better because we can start using the computer. Because I am a console player. So we'll try and cross over our save file to PC. So yes, Merlin isn't really that much of help. He's just like, good luck. So that's between a skull, rock and a hard place. Then we can go back to a forgotten name. So we return to our evil clone, who is randomly at Kristoff's stall, because why not? So yes, he wants to investigate Skull Rock now. So again, this is all leading up to unlocking Peter Pan. I would suggest, lads, stocking up on food. You're going to be doing an awful lot of sprinting. And yeah, it's just, it's a lot of running around. And I'm always fearful of cutting it out because then people are kind of, I always get in the comments and they're like, oh, you skipped over a certain part. So I will try and include everything and anything that I did do, but so we talk to him again. Let me know what you called your Forgotten now that we can name him. So these are probably a little bit more inventive than I am. So yes, we just wanted to be wild. So this was the perfect place to be kids. A deep, dark, secret cavern. So yeah, this is the one where then you rename him. So he does have like suggestions, which I'm not going to judge you if you pick any of them, but we're just gonna leave him as Evil Bazzy. You can rename him in your character list in your quest log. So we're actually getting 2 for the price of 1 in this video. We're getting 2 villagers. Well, hey, the most exciting one. I wonder, does he have quest rewards? So yeah, just take a photo.
Oh, it's you.
So yeah, he's still focused on Skull Rock. Once you've got that finished, shadows on the wall, then you can actually start the Peter Pan one. So I'm going to include that quest in this video because you kind of need to do it. It's like the preliminary quest. So we make our way into Skull Rock with Evil Bazzy. God, my valley. It's seen better times. Loving the new update though. And maybe might do an extra video on that. It's just so much new features. But yes, cool cutscene, class cavern. Really cool. Pixies. Lots of ladders. It's a shame in one way, like I can understand why, but it's a shame this is like isolated from like the valley, if that makes sense. Be cool to have like villagers wandering around everywhere. But, you know, that's famous last words, because I did say this takes a lot of running around, so as big as the cavern is, you're probably going to hate it by the end of this. So, I don't know why we're talking to him about, does this feel familiar? Like, we're the same person, aren't we?
Back to my solitude.
Anyway. Explore Skull Rock, meet with Evil Bazzy when ready. So there's lots of these kind of pirate flags. We're just going to dig up everything as we come across them just in case. Some lovely gems. Lovely treasure chests. Gotta love it. Game's been very kind to us. So, there must be clues about to help open the passage ahead. So again, we just have to explore, lads. So here's something here. So you have Broken Lantern. And we talk to our clone again. Or maybe I should just say the Forgotten. Clone is an awful word, isn't it? He's more than that. So yeah, the Broken Lantern that we will either need to fix. Yeah, we need to fix 3 of them as well. 3 is the magic number. So you have to find 2 others. We have to get gold ingots, glass, and Vitalis crystals. Now the Vitalis crystals you can find in the mine in Sunlit Plateau. Everything else should be fine. The 2 broken lanterns are actually on the ground floor. And I'll show you them very quickly. Glass is quite easy to make. All you have to do is just get sand. I just have got none of it. So as you can see, that's the first one. Fishing. And it's as easy as that, ladies and gentlemen, to find yourself an old broken lantern. After a lot of soul searching, the other lantern is just across there. I had to edit out the big long search I done in the surrounding areas. But again, there's your broken lanterns, all done. Then all you have to do is just get the rest of the required items. And then chase down these glowing pixie dust orbs. So I don't know if this is random spawns, but one of the first one I found was in the Forest of Valor. I'm going to just run after it. Number 2 for me, amongst all the clutter in the forgotten area, with all my pumpkins. And number 3, the final one, is just outside Mother Gothel's house, and it's being very sneaky there, trying to get by. Repair the broken lanterns at a crafting station, so we're just going to fly on over to one. Better pick up my coffee beans though. So yeah, you just go to a crafting station. I just always use Goofy's one because it's predictable. You know where it is. There is a crafting station in Skull Rock though, FYI, so if you want to just run there, you can. Then you just place the pixie lanterns on all 3 rope winches in Skull Rock. And doing so creates little light patterns, or not light patterns, lights. Brain is gone, lads, I need a coffee. But yeah, they're going to be shining lantern lights on the walls, and look for strange shadows using it. So when you do that, you can see Peter Pan's shadow kind of dancing through, which is pretty cool. I'm continuously impressed by the caliber of updates in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I think they introduced a lot of new mechanics which are pretty cool. So yeah, Peter's shadow dances around. So what you have to do is we have to trap the shadows in one place using all 3 of them. Basically what you have to do is you just have to kind of aim the light in a common area. So as you can see with this one, it only goes one direction, which is annoying to there. But you see that main spotlight, so you're just going to have to try and aim all your lights into that one focal point. And then we're going to go back here, and that traps Peter in place long enough to help him. There you go. This is the start of the trials of Peter Pan. So anyway, he can't talk to us because he's a 2D shadow. He's a heartless Kingdom Hearts crossover. But yes, while exercising caution is a good idea, the Forgotten is basically saying no. We need to trust this shadow and help him. Some inkling he has. So shine a lantern on the gate to let the shadow lead the way. So I'd imagine it's that gate, is it? Yep. Then we talk to the Jade Skulls. They're cool. I wonder will they be furniture or what's the crack there. But anyway, we just have to solve. There's 3 little riddles, and now I got them first try because I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a bit of a genius. No, they're pretty easy. So you can watch on. So I'm used to explore waters and shores, a swaying home atop a sea foam. What am I? I'm going to say a pirate ship. Will stay on theme. Winged creature, small and bright, with magic dust to grant you flight. So we're going to say a pixie. An instrument of wind. For him, I'll always play as he laughs and grins to lead the way. So this was a bit annoying. It's a pan flute, which was a lucky guess on me because I'm not that familiar with Peter Pan, the film. It's been decades since I last watched it. Quest started, a ship of gold. So yeah, it's been years since I looked at Peter Pan. So I was like, is it a pan flute or clarinet or tin whistle? What's going on? Anyway, this is the next thing. Now this is an interesting one. Again, you can go down to the masks. The jade masks, and they will help you. But basically, you have a series of barrels with symbols, and you just have to match them up. But there is a step before we do that, which I totally forgot about. An important one as well. So in order to progress, we actually need a way to get higher up, and the only way to do that is to levitate a very big thing. So as you can see, there's a ship on the water that we need to get high in the sky. And the only way to do that, lads, is through pixie dust. So you can collect a bit of dust. There was one dust there as you pass by. We go down to the ground floor and you follow this kind of gold stuff. And I did leave Skull Rock thinking that the dust led outside, but I made a mistake. So you put the winch kind of portal doorknob thingy there, and follow the dust orb, the pixie dust orb. Now you're just going to have to get your pickaxe, and you're going to have to do an awful lot of excavating. Hopefully no cave-ins. Living on the edge of danger here. All the while you're going to be collecting your pixie dust. Mine. I sound like those seagulls in Finding Nemo. Loads of stone, loads of dust. Some nice treasure as well. Don't think it's part of the quest, but listen, will we say no to some gems? Absolutely not. So again, going to the wall. So a lot of this stuff can be destroyed or broken. And you're just going to do this enough times till you track down the orb, and you can collect the orb and the 6 required pixie dust. There's 2 chests down here as well. Again, items. Will we say no to them? Absolutely not. We will take everything and anything that is there. Hopefully they'll respawn. There's another one. the other one. There we go. Down this little way. Now it's a blank spot, but and part of me was like, why can I not break through this? But that's literally just in the room that you. It's literally just the room that you were just in. So once the light bulb moment happens, you can just go around the corner and collect the orb, and it will leave back the last bit of dust. Collect that. And then use the dust to make something fly in Skull Rock. And hey presto, we're going to go and transfer the pixie dust onto the ship. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I'm impressed. It's cool that it's not even a cutscene, like it just kind of like moved as we're moving. So again, fair play developers. I'm a fan. Forgot not even waiting, he's just like hightailing it across the boat. Rude. So yeah, ship is flying, we talk to the Forgotten, and now we can do the barrel puzzle, which basically is there's 6 barrels, we have to line them up. Now you can talk to the masks for clues, which I did. I don't know whether to include that or not, because I can just show you all the solution if you're kind of looking. Yeah, you can talk to the masks if you want, but they basically just kind of give you a riddle. So we're actually going to do the third pair first, which is this one over here, which is the alarm clock, and you have to join that and face it to Captain Hook's hook. So that's aiming toward where the Forgotten and Peter Pan are, and then you just get the hook, turn that over 2 times, and there you go, they're facing each other. Next one then, this is a needle and thread. So you're going to aim this across the way to match up with Peter Pan. Because again, we're going to be stitching his shadow. There we go. And then the final one is Tinkerbell and a bell. So we've done it all in reverse order. Apologies for that. We just move Tinkerbell over. Now the reason that spun around is because I was experimenting earlier and I went too far. So if you move the barrel too far, it will reset. There we go. Find the key to the captain's cabin, which is the key just randomly appears behind. Now there was me thinking that you put the key in there, but you don't. You use the key to go into Captain Hook's private quarters and look for another rope winch. So there's a lovely letter at the door here, which is going to cause all sorts of bother because it's hard to click enter and not read the sign. Anyway, ooh la la. Now we'll have a little nosy because again these items are probably ones that will be coming in Scrooge's shop. We can't get at the chest at the minute, but we have got the rope winch that we need for the next series of puzzles. Peter Pan loves his puzzles. So we go back up, we put the rope winch there, and that will allow us to, I think, open this door. Yep, there we go. Quest started, the music's on the walls. So this is another kind of Pixie related quest. We love to see it. Shadow is gesturing and he's pointing to the wall covered in musical notes. So I never learned an instrument. Ooh. He's like me. Can play a little bit of everything. And by everything I mean nothing. My guitar is staring evilly from the corner of my game room, gathering dust and never being played. But look, miracles can happen. We'll continue on with this. There we go, pick the note. And it's giving you clues then as to where the rest of the notes are. But in this video I'll show you where they're. So we've got the first one. Investigate inside. So you can unlock and search the captain's chest. So while you're there you might as well go in and use the key to open his chest. And and you get a memory, or you get a map on where the treasure is. But before all that, fly back to the Forgotten, and you'll see there that all the different biomes that are mentioned for where the notes are. He says he's going to do some of the searching, but you know, in typical Dreamlight Valley fashion, he ain't going to do much. We have to find them all. He says he talks a good game. So anyway, we find the buried treasure and the glowing musical notes. First one is from the Jade Skulls. So you have a riddle, and it's a lovely kind of like poem of sorts, but it's pixie dust. Pretty simple and straightforward. When you answer that, you'll get your first note. The rest will be found around Disney Dreamlight Valley. Let's get to them. Right after we get the pirate treasure, because I totally forgot about that. So go on the raft. You'll remember this is where we had Ariel. A load of quests. Aladdin and Jasmine was here as well. They're really reusing, I think Moana had one here. They're really reusing the space. There you'll get your pan flute. And then we find the notes. Some of these now you will not probably have found kind of just like walking about. You have to go to the treehouse in the Forgotten Realm, the Forgotten Lands, which brings you to this lovely place, remember, with the fairy godmother years ago. And you'll find a note just running around. We caught it. That's the second one found. Number 3, go to Olaf's Cavern in the Frosted Heights. And you just have to dig up, or not dig up, but kind of rescue it from the ice. And then leave the cavern. Number 4, Ursula's Cave. Now that was many years ago. We go back here, a bit of treasure you can pick up. Sure, why not? We won't say no to some freebies. Get some nice gems and some booty. Get your fishing pole and you're going to fish up the music note. Or fishing rod, as I should say. This will be number 4. Must be an orange node. It takes a few times. There we go, got the magical note. And then the last one. It's in Disney Castle. So you see the note there. You just have to run around and chase after it. There we go. All 5 done. Return to Skull Rock with the glowing musical notes and the pan flute. It's at this moment you probably realise my advice about having food so you can sprint around was well given, because a lot of running around in this. Anyway, talk to the Forgotten. Then place the pan flute and glowing musical notes on top of the music stand. So just have to kind of like run into it to make sure that the interact button pops up. This was me getting confused because I kept pressing X and it wouldn't happen, and then you can see there it kind of comes and goes. Place the musical note, place the pan flute. Now you have to match up the notes. This one's easy enough, but I'm just like very weird with like music notes. So the first 2 are going to be on the second line. And here we go. And then the third one is going to be 1, 2, 3. So in the third space up. F-A-C-E, isn't it? Face are the gaps. So can't remember what the staves are. But anyway, I remember it was like every good boy deserves fruit. So that was the kind of like mnemonic. That's some trivia. We don't actually need it. You just have to copy the diagram or the sheet music, or just look at the video that I'm doing here. So first 2 top bars, and then the last note on the stave. Pick up some glass for your troubles. Activate the pan flute, and then Peter, for some reason, just wants you to do that again. So yeah, this is kind of like not another problem, but basically what we have to do is we have to trap Peter. We have to fix one of the lanterns and trap him so that he can't actually muddle up any of the notes anymore. Luckily for us, the Forgotten has a spare broken lantern. So we just go over here and fix it. Pixie dust lantern. fix it, and then we plop it on to the table. Not that one. And actually, we just want to see where the light actually travels, where we're going to be capturing him. It's this one over here. Place the lantern on top. So yeah, I think it's going to be the middle part is actually where we have to probably capture him, but I mistakenly pressed X, so we're going to have to do the full rotation. Yeah, we can't reach over there, so it's going to be that one. Move that over 1, 2, there we go. He's trapped. Then we just have to redo the music notation. Because, for reasons. And there we go, there's the left side done. Right side again, just my memory, my short-term memory is quite bad. Music's nice. There we go, all done. Activate the pan flute. And himself. He's there. Flying about. Kind of cool, cinematic. I will say though, lads, there are certain angles where I'm kind of... His character model is a little bit sus. I kind of keep thinking back to the Kingdom Hearts one where he's a little bit more colourful and healthy looking. This guy doesn't look too... too tanned. He needs a bit of vitamin D. Anyway, we have one final challenge. So after rescuing him from his shadow self, we have to prove that we are, I suppose, not really an adult, or that we're fun. And 99% of us who play this game are probably Disney adults, so he should take our word for it. But anyway, this involves hide and seek. And basically, we have to go around the valley for dark, scary spots Peter might hide in. Now, there's a few different ways you can do this. It says you can ask villagers who are good at hide and seek where he might be, or you can follow the pixie dust like I did. So you found 2 in Skull Rock to lead you out. We're going to take a bit of food so we can sprint. And basically, you have to just keep looking for the dust, which is quite easy to find. And the reason I like this is because you get crystals and stuff with it. I don't know what villagers to ask if you want to do that. And then the third option is to just skip to the end and find the location, but it's actually not that difficult to find. So we just want our items. At this moment I was like, oh, is it going into Mother Gothel's home or something? And then I was like, no, we're going to go back upstairs. Look at the state of my my valley. I'm looking forward to the companions being able to help me clean it up. So the pixie dust is over here, so which makes me believe that the scary, spooky, dark place that Peter wants to hide in is actually the Forgotten's castle. There was me thinking it was the fountain, but it's the castle. She is all knew that anyway, smarty pants on the channel. But yes, some 1 or 2 more pixie dust that you can loot for crystal or shards. So we might as well take it while we can. Then we enter, and then again you just have to kind of follow the dust to where Peter is hiding. There was me thinking he was on this floor, but again we have to just keep going through different doors, getting stuck in the environment as and when we can. So dream shards. And there he is himself. And he's impressed. Knew it. So he's going to join us there, and there you have it, lads. Peter is essentially a villager. All you have to do is go to your valley, drop down the foundations. Now I just plopped him down somewhere just before I clear a space, and I always just want to see what the houses look like to where he would fit best. Of course I'd pick beside a cliff so we can't really see Scrooge. Here we go. It's not the most impressive of houses on the outside, but never judge a book by a cover. Welcome, Peter Pan. So there you have it, lads. Peter Pan is now a bona fide villager in Dreamlight Valley. Character model is a bit sus, but it might warm on me. We take a nice creepy photo.
Over here.
We talk to Peter,
Wanna have some
then we
fun?
talk to the Forgotten,
Oh, that's
and then we go check out Peter's house. So we talk to the Forgotten, and he's happy that the mystery of Skull Rock is finished, and we also have him as a villager now to bounce around with. Happy days. So the music's on the walls, quest finished. Yeah, and let's just have a peek at some of the items that are coming with Peter's arrival. But as always, lads, thanks very much for checking out the video. Hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed it, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, all that fun stuff. And until next we meet, look after yourselves, be good, and take care. And the items are pretty cool. Look at this. Loving it. Yep, I'm impressed. So impressed, I'm going to sit down and stare at my phone. But yes, I will see you all in the next video.
We had some pixie dust